Hey guys, welcome to a new video on the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Ant-Man and the Wasp. There will be spoilers in this, so you have been warned, even though this is like almost a week late since it's come out. Well, not even a week late, a few days late. I know I am a little late on reviewing this, but it's my first ever review. I wanted to make it perfect, or as perfect as possible. By the way, I will be reviewing every movie in the MCU, spoilers and everything, just because, I kind of wanted to warm up, and what better to review than the whole MCU. It's going to go backwards in chronological order, so the last MCU movie I will review is Iron Man. And with that out of the way, let's get into this spoiler review. So the movie starts off with Scott building a huge box base and just, going on a heist, I guess you could say, a false heist, with his daughter. And it just shows at the end, once his leg gets out, that he's definitely on house arrest, which was mentioned in Infinity War. He's only got 3 days left, and that plays a big part in how this movie is going to go, his house arrest, because he's got to get back to his house before the FBI gets back, so that kind of messes with the plan a little bit. And, if he wasn't on house arrest, this would be a lot easier movie for them to do. They wouldn't even have to do half the stuff like run away from the FBI. So I think the thing I love the most about this movie, I did enjoy it more than the first one, was that they didn't have to establish the character of Ant-Man. Went with the story. They didn't have to introduce him, like I just said. It was cool how they were able to shrink buildings and cars and stuff. That was cool to see. They didn't really have that in the last movie, so they really improved their technology. And I guess the quantum realm, that was alright. Nothing too special about it. What you'd imagine, I guess. I will say, I think my favorite part of the movie, honestly, is the post-credit scene. I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but this is my first one, so yeah. The post-credit scene, the first one, the second one, I didn't really care for it. It was in the trailer. But the first post-credit scene was crazy. So he goes into the quantum realm to get like some healing stuff to heal Ghost, and as they're counting down to bring him back up, it just cuts off, and you're like, are they playing a joke on him? Then it shows them, and they are dust. That was my favorite part of the movie. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the actual movie, but it's my favorite part of the movie. And I'm not saying I didn't like this movie. I actually really did enjoy that, but I just really like that part because it ties in with Infinity War, and I really enjoyed Infinity War. So one thing that I didn't really like about this movie was that it had way too many people chasing after Ant-Man and the Wasp. You had Ghost, you had the FBI, you had some like crime lord people, whatever, trying to get the lab. I feel like the crime people, you could say, they felt a little bit dragged in this movie. I don't know why, but they just kind of were in it. Now, I've heard a lot of praise about Ghost. Like, people say, like, she's not the hero of, or she is the hero of her story. And I feel like that's true with a lot of villains, but, not a bad villain. I wouldn't say she's a great villain, but not a bad villain. She's an okay villain. I guess, I don't know, maybe she's better than I would have thought, but it's hard to follow up after Thanos, Best MCU villain in my opinion. The thing I liked about this movie was after something huge like Infinity War, everyone's coming back, you kind of have it small and stuff. Like, I don't think a single Avenger is mentioned. Actually, no, Captain America's mentioned, but he's not in it. No other Avenger is in it. Like, last Ant-Man, there's a Falcon cameo, but this one, no other Avengers in it. They're just, Captain America's just mentioned, and so are the Avengers mentioned in like a couple sentences. But I did like that they weren't in it because, it's a solo movie, and it's kind of refreshing to go back to something this small after going from something that big that was Infinity War. Now, the pacing of the movie I felt was alright. The chase scene at the end, towards the end, seemed to drag on for a while, and it keep cutting back and forth. Well, which I felt cutting back and forth, that was good editing, good time, but the chase scene just seemed a little more dragged out than it could have been originally. This movie definitely has a lot of humor. I don't know if it has more than the last one. I'd have to rewatch Ant-Man again, but it's definitely got a lot. Luis is hilarious, as you'd expect. It's an Ant-Man movie, you're kind of expecting it to be hilarious. That was pretty hilarious. I wouldn't say there's too many jokes in the movie. There is a lot, but I feel like they did a decent or good job at containing the jokes and not making the jokes like in a bad spot. Like, they're in danger and then they just break the tension with the joke too often. No, I felt like they did a good job at containing the jokes in this movie. Now, I feel like the post-credit scene, everyone's coming up with theories like, oh, what are they gonna do? Are the Avengers gonna come rescue him? Is he gonna time travel? Like, I feel like it could be something just very simple for him to get out of there. But yeah, that's my review on Ant-Man and the Wasp with spoilers. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will give the movie a rating of a B+. That is my rating for the movie, my first ever rating and review for a movie. I did enjoy it, not as good as Infinity War, but I mean, it's hard to get higher than that. I just really enjoyed Infinity War. By the way, that is the next review on the channel. That may come out tomorrow or the day before. I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow, but I mean, I don't know. I have some stuff to do, so yeah. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.